All right. It's time to go ahead and finish up this ramen. Let's see. I'm gonna have to walk. Grab this. Now, first things I want to do is take the veggie broth. Oh, that smells so good. Dump it in here. Do the entire mason jar, so empty. I'm going to grab this little guy and boom, marry the broths. Put some water in this. Yeah, whenever I have my camera in my stand, it's going to be so much freaking easier. Because this is a little difficult. But we're making it work. Get some salt. Salt and yum. Now, hold on one second. Okay, so I'm just going to be pausing this thing, so it's whatever. This is a little bit of a, whatever, pork pack, I'm not what, no biggie, honestly. But if anything, it's probably a help, because we are about to do 6-minute eggs.
I won't obey.
Now,
You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm
to
here
a
to
6-minute
stay.
egg is
I'll live each
vinegar.
second like my final day. You can't take that away.
I just broke that. No, it's good, I think. Anyways, so drop a little bit of vinegar in the water. And whenever the egg's ready, the shell's ready to peel off, it'll peel right off. That vinegar helps with the peeling. So I have one of my favorite things to cook with, really. Just star anise. Throw it in there, and we're just gonna let that cook in there with it. It's releases its flavor, and it's almost like a licorice. I love this stuff. Great smell, great flavor, great everything, really. So this is what the broth is going to basically do. We have this water boiling. Now, I'm going to make a dip for the or marinade rather for the eggs. Drop just a little bit of water in it. Some sugar. We're going to do some mirin, some soy sauce, and if you have sake, that is actually supposed to go in here. I do not have any sake. Sake is a rice wine. I'm not going to tell you what you can use to replace it. You can actually just Google that if you need it. Basically, what I just put in here will give it a really good flavor. Will give the eggs a really good flavor. But yeah, sake is definitely a part of it. And yep, I do not have any. Let's see if I did. So we got this going. Turn it down just a little bit. A little more than that. I have a really wonky stove. And yep. So that's good. Technically, with the sardines, you could have put that into the broth when you were making it. It'd be like a later step. You know, that's however you want to do it. You know, according to your own discretion. If I wasn't marrying two broths, like a veggie broth and the broth that I'm using, if I wasn't marrying those two, then I would have dropped it in when I dropped the vegetables in, because you just don't want just a beef broth. You know, you want to cut it with something. Yeah, even in Japan, they like to use. Well, I mean, they'll do the bone broth. You know, a lot of times they'll bring veggies and I think one use like anchovies and things like that, just for different flavors. So anyways, 6-minute egg is just how it's around 6 minutes. When it's done, it will have a nice gooey center. The egg will be cooked, the outside, the white will be cooked, and then the yolk will separate. But like I said, it'll be really gooey. It's really, really, really good. This is giving me a little bit of a egg white leakage because the eggs somehow were cracked. It's not bad. So at first you want to stir these. It keeps the yolk from setting like one way or another. It'll look really weird. Like it'll stick toward the bottom of your egg or the side of your egg or something, or the shell itself. So it looks really weird. So you keep it stirred up. You get to about 3 minutes in, and then by then it's pretty well set. So that's why I stir this. FYI, for the rest of the broth, the beef broth, I'm just going to divvy that up into some other mason jars, and we'll put it in the fridge. And so when I want to make this, it's really easy. All I do is just marry the two broths, you know, and then because that's the most tedious part, is just knocking the broth out. As it's looking good over here, just basically let it cook. Try to get that star-anise flavor out. Like I said, you could have done that earlier, but you know, it's whatever. It's not really a big deal. We'll do this. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we'll bring it back whenever these are done, and I'm gonna start working on my pork belly. Alright, it's not quite, I lied a little bit, but I'll take this quick minute just to kind of talk. So when you're doing this is a dish that's not, like, there are rules, but it's not really defined to say do it this way or that way, unless you're trying to reach a particular flavor. You can play around with this a lot. You can switch out your proteins, you can switch out your vegetables. You can do a lot of different things. It makes it a lot of fun. Normally you would do your eggs a while before it, so you can actually sit them in the marinade, let them actually marinate, let them soak up those flavors. It's really good because it creates a really sweet egg with that sugar in it, and then the flavors is a sweet kind of Asian egg. It's really nice. I prefer coconut milk whenever I'm actually finishing it up. I'll show you guys the step for that. I'm gonna do pork loin. I have brisket. I might do both actually. Pork loin is I'm about to start working on it right now, but basically we're gonna do it the same way as we did the egg. We'll take out the loin, cut it, and then sit it in but it's gonna be salt. Actually, you don't really need a lot of salt, maybe just a touch, because it's really salty itself. And then you're gonna do the mirin, the soy sauce, some water, if you have sake, and let it soak it up. And then we are going to pan cook it. So I'll get that working and I'll be right back. Okay, so back. When I do ramen, I like to do sun-dried tomatoes. If you're gonna make correct sun-dried tomatoes, you're just gonna sun-dry them outside. It takes forever. There's no time, so I just get some small cherry tomatoes, salt, pepper, and garlic. And then if you have the option, you can just turn it to stay on instead of the countdown. I'm gonna do them pretty high. Typically, you can do them lower. You can do about 300, 325, whatever. I'm gonna do them high just so I can kind of speed the process. When you get them in there a bit, you'll see the skin starts to kind of crawl, like it kind of whatever. Like you'll see it. You can smash them, and it helps it go along faster. Like right now, don't bother. So I also got the oven going. I am going to make. Oh, and I got my pork loin. Dropped it in here. So it's a small marinade. This is just once again soy sauce, mirin, and some water. So I was going to impart some flavor to the pork loin. And then, like I said, we'll just throw it on the pan fry it over there. When you're doing the bok choy, I'm actually going to demo this just 1 second. Hold on. Okay, so this is kind of a fun way to do it. Basically, you want it to be. This is just some oil on the screen on it. You want it to kind of crispen up to kind of get a little bit more firm. Like you don't want to burn, but you want it to be kind of crispy. We're going to season it right quick. I'm going to do it off screen, but it's going to be salt, pepper, and some garlic on the bok choy. And basically after that, you're just going to throw it in the oven, and you're just going to let it just cook for a little bit. It's not going to be a long time. I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, maybe more, depend. But you're going to want to be nice and crispy, so when you eat it, it's just got like a nice, firm kind of flavor to it and a texture. So anyways, we'll get that working. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's in there. Yeah, the pan, like, don't mind it. My good one's in the toaster oven that I normally when I use the big oven. I normally use this one that's in the small toaster oven. So it's whatever, just whatever cooks. So anyways, at this point, we're going to take a kind of a small break. Not really. I'm about to start working on the pork loin. I'm gonna go ahead and get that this pan nice and hot. And then I also need to make my sofrito. Sofrito is going to add a lot of flavor to the broth. All you have to do is you're going to get a let's see where we got it at. You're going to get a blender. Here we go. I'm going to grab this guy. We're going to get it working, and then that's going to be just vegetables, oil. I'll show you. It's pretty easy to make. And then one of the secret ingredients is going to be a miso paste. So right now, this stuff makes it absolutely amazing. We'll go and get that working. I'll be right back. Okay. So anyways, here are our tomatoes. So you see, you just wait for them to kind of get the crinkly skin, like the wrinkled up, and then you just smash them. Easy, easy. This is the bok choy. Finished up in the oven. Throw it in there. It's got a really, really freaking good flavor. Yeah. All right, so through a weird turn of events, I ended up losing the bottom of my blender. I got a freaking. So anyways, need a little more filthy than I like. About to re-clean it. But anyways, I ended up losing the bottom of that thing. I really don't know where the hell it went. So that's not good. So I'll figure that out. But I have this Ninja right here. So when you get to this part, it's a jalapeno in there. It's really not a big deal if you don't cut your stuff completely, because it's all going to get blended anyways. So in there, I'm going to do a jalapeno, the stuff right here, miso paste, onions, if I had some celery, I got some garlic we'll throw in there, and that'll probably do it. Yeah, that's probably gonna do it. I might throw in a touch of cilantro. That'll be about it. So yeah, I'll get that working and I'll be right back. Alright, so what I forgot to say, remembered it when I made it, you also want oil and salt and pepper in here. So basically it's going to make like a blend. Like you can also, you're going to make it like a salsa, it's very similar to this. You just roast your peppers, roast all your stuff, throw it in there and blend it. So anyways, yeah, we're going to get this all smaller so I can get it nice and chopped up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is post blend. Basically looks like a whatever, small milkshake or something. It smells absolutely amazing. It smells really good. It's just the onions freaking kicking from it. So what you're gonna do with this is we're going to throw this into a pan, and we're gonna put it on this one. We'll probably put it on that back one. I'm also gonna do my noodles in this, so I'll just remake that. Anyways, so you just throw it on here. Throw the sofrito in there. And remember, this is just oil, salt, pepper, ground up veggies, and miso paste. So you're gonna get like pretty much a caramelization on that. You're gonna get like a nice little cook. As you will realize, you're going to accrue a lot of freaking dishes, so just be ready for that. But you get over here, just you want to too, you can throw some grease in that pan. You really don't need to because you already, I'm not grease, oil in the pan. You really don't need to because you already have oil from the from the mixture. This is one of the key components to give your broth just, it just takes it to the next level. So I'm gonna start building it in a minute. It's really cool when you actually get to this point because you can start seeing it all come together. Not to mention the heat also, heat has a way of activating flavors. It stirs up your salts and your sugars. Salts and sugars. That's just cooking process. Anyways, I'm gonna let it go for a bit. Like I said, if you get that caramelization, it's really good. And then when you're not going to use all of this because this is basically a concentrated flavor. You can probably get like maybe a couple tablespoons. Drop my knife. Or you can just get like a regular spoon. Just spoon out a couple of spoon out a little bit of it into your bowl whenever you're ready. And once again, this is all subjective. If you don't like the flavors I'm using, if you don't like, if you think, hey, it might be better with this or like this or whatever, by all means, this is your show. Make it the way you want to. This bok choy actually was, it's alright. It was in there a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it's not bad. Like, it's still good. It's got a good flavor too. I tasted it when it came out. So I'm going to finish this up. These tomatoes are just about there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull them bad boys. Then we'll cook the pork loin and then the noodles, and we'll be ready. I also, this is my garlic. I also grabbed a can of corn. I'm not going to use all of it, but corn's really good in ramen. And I got this earlier, just some shiitake mushrooms. We're going to throw that in there as well, so we'll see what it looks like when I get done. I'll be right back. Okay, so if you have sesame oil, look at that, mirin, soy. Here we go. If you have sesame oil, this adds a really nice mouthfeel to the ramen, and gives it a different flavor. It gives it kind of a smokier flavor. You just need just a touch. Like, don't go overboard on that. You'll hate yourself. Put that over here. Trying to keep all my stuff separated and uniform. So, the pork loin. Remember, that was in mirin, soy sauce, and water. And if you have sake, by all means, please use it. Let it cook for a bit. You want it to firm up. You want it to be nice and well done. It is pork loin, so it is pork. I think the internal temperature for pork is like 165. So you want it to cook for a bit. I cut mine thin slices so it cooks faster. And when it's done, it's gonna be really good. It's been marinating like that, so it's gonna be nice and juicy. It'll be really moist. I didn't do it. Oh well. Anyways. So far we have our sofrito and our sesame oil in there. We're gonna add the. I might get rid of a little bit of that sofrito. We're gonna see how it looks. But we're gonna add the broth here in a second, and whenever I build it, I'll show you. All right, here we are again. So we got our pork loin. I got a freaking fly over there. Pork loin. So I pulled those tomatoes. So they're in there. I got my noodles right here. Let's set those aside for just a second. Hopefully they'll stand up or something. We'll do that. But actually, I opted not to use the brisket because I think it's going to be kind of weird. Like, you know, too much or sometimes less is more. That kind of thing. So we'll toss that back in there. And this is my own boba tea, which I'm probably going to make some of that too. Insta boba kit. So anyways, this point, we're going to take the, like I'm going to tell you and then we'll do it, because I only have, I don't have anyone here to help me. I'm going to throw the coconut oil, the coconut milk in there, corn, these mushrooms, eggs, pork loin. I already got that made. I'm going to throw the noodles in there, and then my broth and some bok choy, and then I'm going to turn it back on. You guys can see it. And then you can see how, and you can make it yourself. All right, so now for the happy moment. We are about to put it all together. Notice that the broth is really kind of like milky looking white. That's from the broth mixed with the coconut milk. If you don't like coconut milk, it's not going to be like that. And I got the rest of the bok choy over in here. I'm just going to grab it out of it. So yeah, I'll throw it back in there to heat it all up, get it nice and warm. So anyways, let me go ahead and put it all together, and then I'll take one more picture, and then we are golden. And here she is, finished result. Get out of the way. Yep. So that, my friends, is what a legit bowl of ramen looks like. And the taste is freaking unbelievable. Make it the way I showed you, and you will freaking love yourself. Now I gotta clean this mess up. I'm about to take this is my thumbnail too. Okay, so I just cleaned it up. So you see that? You got the corn, the pork, bok choy, the mushrooms, eggs, that runny center, and then your tomatoes. And yeah, you're in a coconut milk slash beef slash vegetables broth with sofrito and a sesame oil. There you go. Bon appetit.